into those positions. But then it also has to do with the scheme and that we're aggressive and we're going to come after you and apply pressure.
It's a new season and a fresh start. With only one regular season loss last season, how are you looking to improve on that and be even better?
I think
I'm sure it should be okay because these two right here are like rigid. Like, yo,
how we doing?
We're still having. Yep.
Yep.
Welcome back to Chiefs TV as we get ready for the opening kickoff of the season. The first home game, the Sequoyah Chiefs are taking on the Denmark Danes. The Chiefs will receive the first kickoff as Denmark elected to kick off. And we are ready for an exciting game tonight. We'll first see this very, very powerful Chiefs offense first. And it's an offense consisting of Memphis commit Will Rajecki, who we will hopefully see a lot of tonight. And he's going to be the main person to keep your eye on, as in any given play, this guy will just take off and he's gone. Once there is nobody behind him anymore, it's over. You're not catching up to him.
Yeah, which that's exactly what the Denmark defense has got to worry about is Will Rajecki. But then once you worry about Will Rajecki, then you got to worry about our receivers like Jack Ripley and Brooks Darling, who's Brooks is also going to Bentley for football. So Denmark has a pretty challenging offense to go against tonight.
Yeah, this wide receiver core especially is going to be something to talk about, as Denmark has had to do a lot of prep for this game. There's a lot of different different weapons on the Sequoyah offense that pretty much could be used at any time. I mean, you said it: Brooks, Jack, Will, Holden Campbell as a backup. I mean, Colby can run. We've seen it before. He was 3rd overall in rush yards per game for this team. This offense is just explosive, and I cannot wait to see them take the field. As here we go for the opening kickoff of the 2025 season. We are underway at Skip Pope Stadium as the first one hits the back of the end zone. It goes out for a touchback. Kicking off, that was 5-star punter and Memphis commit, as well as Wilbur Jack. I was thinking James Madison, but that's the safety, Camden Jordan, who we'll definitely see a lot of. But yeah, Jake Snyder, 5-star punter, 3-star kicker as well, committed to Memphis. He'll be teaming up with Wilbur Jecki next year. So both kickers can kick, what'd you say? 60 yards?
50 to 60,
50
yeah.
to 60, so.
It's kind of a kicker versus kicker game. It's a 5-star Leif Hansen and 5-star Denmark's kicker.
There's the first handoff of the game, and it's
Oh,
Wilbur
wow.
Jecki all the way to the house. First play of the 2025 season is a Wilbur Jecki 70-yard rushing touchdown, and that is how you start a season off.
Now, mind you about Wilbur Jecki in our fall game just 2 weeks ago, he only played 3 series and had over 100 rushing yards. So we're expecting a lot out of Wilbur Jecki, as we just saw him run basically the whole field by himself.
I mean, as I said, I think 5 seconds ago, once he's past the entire line, there is no stopping him, and that's exactly what just happened. Wilbur Jecki, about 80 yards, I think, actually. Yeah, 80 yards to the house. House call, first play of the game, 14 seconds in, and the Chiefs will look to take a 7-0 lead, as here's the 5-star kicker, number 4 in his class, Leif Hansen, with his first high school extra point attempt. And it is drilled, as he is 1 for 1 in his high school career so far, and what a way to start the game. There is not much more you can ask for on that one. What a run. So pretty quickly, we will see this Chiefs defense now take the field, who definitely have had some questions coming in, starting in spring. But we saw the spring game, then we saw the fall game, and a bunch of those defensive questions were answered. Not many people are really questioning how good this defense can be.
Exactly. I agree. Honestly, from what we saw in the spring game, I mean, the defense let up more points against Etowah than they did against Gilmer. So honestly, I'm excited to see what this defense can do, especially being a young team, but they are hot and ready to take over. I mean,
I don't even think we need to count that last touchdown in the Gilmer game. I mean, there was 4 seconds left. I mean, that's pretty much a shutout at that point. I'm saying that's a shutout. It's like an honorary shutout, you know? Like, it's not on the stat book, it's not, but like in everyone's mind, we knew it was a shutout. So on the Denmark offensive side of the ball, a new quarterback this year, as Matthew Baer transferred away last year. He's headed up towards Maine, I'm pretty sure. Can't remember the exact place. But a new quarterback at the helm. Noah Labum is still here, who had a very impressive game last time against the Chiefs. 200, let me check the stats real quick. 263 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. That is as good as it gets. He won Player of the Week for the opening week of the season, and he's going to look to do it again. He needs a big game tonight. Going into his senior year, have averaged about 89 yards a game. He crossed into 1,000 yards. I think he might have been just short of 1,000 yards, but he's going to be the weapon for this Denmark team tonight.
Yeah, and this Denmark team, they are saw on X earlier this week that their coach believes that they have so much determination to become #1 in their region. So we'll see if that determination gets them a good offensive run right here.
First, he's going to look for a pass, looking for a little fadeaway. He's wide open down the field. He's got some space. Can he stay open? Camden Jennings throws down to defender, flag on the field. Can he get towards the end zone? Yes, he does. And Denmark answer in one play. Camden Jennings, the 3-star corner committed to James Madison University, takes it for another house call. And 30 seconds, it is 7-7. There is a flag on the field, so we will see what that's about. But 2 plays, 2 touchdowns. This is electric so far.
And it has, in fact, only been 30 seconds of game time.
We'll see what this flag called. Jennings lost his helmet when he was trying to stiff arm. I couldn't tell who it was in the backfield, but he stiff armed someone down, lost his helmet, stayed up, and then broke another tackle, got into the end zone. But the refs are talking this one over. So this could be a huge penalty if this is given against the Danes. And just set them back. What could have been an instant answer. I mean, that's as close as you get. I mean, sorry, that is an instant answer. There's nothing close to that. Here comes the ref. There's a face mask on the defense. I think there was another penalty as well. So offsetting penalties. So no touchdown on the board. And they'll take it from the spot of where the face mask occurred. So offsetting penalties. One was a face mask. Couldn't tell what the other one was. Both on one offense, one defense. So we take it at the spot of the foul. So 1st and 10 from about the 20 as Denmark get their touchdown stripped away. They hand it off this time, gets absolutely stuffed. Jacob Jurnack could not get anywhere near that. And there's a tackle for loss on that one, and it's going to set up 2nd and 11. Evan Jones sends Latham in motion, looking for a screen pass outside. Instead, throws it over into 3-man coverage. And the Chiefs quick to get to him. A dangerous ball there from Evan Jones. But moves the pass across. We'll see just short of a first. So 3rd and short here. Never mind. Sorry, he got the line to gain. So 1st and goal is what we'll work with. Denmark inside the red zone. 4th play of the drive here. After getting their touchdown taken back. Looking to throw, fade away to the left end of the corner, and it's caught! Touchdown! What a throw over the top. Carter Rawlings with an incredible catch as he evens the scoring 7-7. As the Danes get right back in it. The Danes had a touchdown taken away due to a flag. And just 4 plays later, they answer back with a touchdown again. This time fade away, bottom left corner of the end zone, toe tap. Carter Rawlings, as the extra point is good. We have a tie ball game. 10:21 left to go in the 1st quarter. A great start from the Danes offense. 2 explosive plays, 1 taken away due to a penalty, another touchdown. We saw a few quick, good passes. They're trying to draw some defenders away with Noah Latham. We've seen on that screen pass, they're just trying to get some of those safeties and other corners, trying to grab him towards Latham, get some other guys open. Almost worked on that first one. There were still 3 guys in the coverage, still threw the ball. But on that last touchdown play right there. Carter Rawlings leaning back, toe tapping his way to a tie ball game as 7-7, 10-21. The Chiefs offense will take the field again after a one-play drive to start their game. Jake Snyder with the kick for the Danes. This one is up and away. Might not get towards the end zone. Yes, it does. And the Chiefs will let that one wave. Holden Campbell and Will Rejecki back there to receive. As the Chiefs offense had a one-play drive to start things off. 80-yard rush from Will Rejecki. And we'll see them once again. We'll see if they can match that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been a minute and 39 seconds of this game, and we've already seen 2 touchdowns, almost 3, and some pretty amazing runs from this offense. But let's see what this Chiefs offense can do one more time.
Kobe Martin in shotgun, hands off to Will Rejecki. Outside run, and he gets stuffed pretty quickly as he's brought down for a gain of nothing right there. So it'll remain 2nd and 10. Now this defense is coming off of a shutout game against Johns Creek. Now, it was Johns Creek. They have not necessarily had the greatest of football teams in the past, but a shutout's still a shutout. They won 24-0 in their fall scrimmage, as that shutout possibility is already gone for the Danes. But it just shows you how strong this defense really is. And when they get going, they get going. So as you see right there, another stoppage, pretty close to the line of scrimmage, if not at again. So 3rd and 10 once again.
Yeah, and I think this Denmark team is also doing what a goal of theirs should be, is to force Sequoyah into those 3rd and long runs.
Yeah, a 3rd and long could be dangerous here. You get a quick turnover, especially in this type of game. Third and 10 for the Chiefs. 3 receivers out on the far side. Colby looking to throw. Martin trying to find, scrambling in the pocket, still shifting, and he's dropped by multiple Denmark defenders, and that just might be a 4 and out.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, that D-line pressure that comes from this Denmark defense is what Sequoyah is going to have to look out for, is that they're going to bring it on those 3rd downs just to try to make sure that Sequoyah does not get it past that line of scrimmage. So let's see what the Sequoyah offense can sit down, go to the press box, and figure out how to conquer that defense just a little bit better.
So Will Rejecki will set the punt here. Long snapper Riley O'Neal, 4-star long snapper, one of the best in the country. And it's a scuffed punt there. And that will be great field position for the Danes, as just as you thought the Chiefs had this game on their first play of the game, Denmark have a chance to take the lead right back. As a great position, they're starting at the 30, 29 even. So 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. And this is a dangerous position for the Danes to be in. This Chiefs defense is really going to need to lock in right here. We've seen what the Chiefs defense has been able to do. We saw them last week, 2 weeks ago. They had a great game going on. The defense had a hat trick of turnovers. They had a fumble, they had an interception, they had a turnover on downs. I think they had a 4 and out at one point as well. An interception here from Benji Smith could be. That would be incredible for the Chiefs. 1st and 10, 3 receivers up on the far side. Looking to throw, dropping back out of pocket. A lot of pressure. Late throw, back of the end zone, not caught.
Great defensive pressure by Sequoyah right there by number 30, Ethan Bisfan.
Yeah, a lot of Chiefs just instantly went to him. Try to knock that ball out and away. Even if he caught it, just throw him out of bounds. But looks to be in a little bit of pain getting up. So we'll take a pause here with 8:35, 7-7. 2nd and 10. Denmark have it. 25-yard line. And this Denmark team, they're coming off of a decent season. They went 4-7 and then 4-3 in region. So, and a bunch of their games were really close. I mean, and also their defense was their main cause of most of their wins. 4 out of 4 of their wins, their defense gave up less than 14 points. And then if they gave up anything more than 28, it was a loss. So if they keep the Chiefs down by 14, statistically, they should win. But we know high school football. We know that statistics aren't necessarily the best way to encapsulate any predictions by any means. The Danes offense takes the field back. 2nd and 10. Handoff. Noah Labum trying to find some space. Makes a juke move. He's still going. Trying to get towards the line to gain a pile up right about it. We'll see will the ref spot this one. And they're going to put it about 3 yards short. Set up a 3rd and 3. If the Chiefs can get a 4 and out of their own right here, this will be an incredible stop for this defense. Four receivers out, one in a stack on this near side here. Going with 4 linemen, no tight ends in this formation. Looking to throw, trying to find out, I think that was Will Mitchell out on the far side, and he just got caught up on his defender and incomplete pass. And just like that, it's 4th down. We'll see if they decide.
That's exactly what the Sequoyah defense wants, to just turn them into 4th down. Now let's see, what are they going to decide to bring out their 5-star kicker, or are they going to go for it? And
looking like they're going to go for this one here. 3 receivers out. They look to throw once again. Over to Labum. He has the yards to gain. Can he get to the end zone? No, he's just marked short. And they get to the 2-yard line. And Denmark had the Chiefs had in such a great position. 4th and 3, just needed one more stop. And Noah Labum breaks out for a 15-yard gain and brings the ball down to the 2-yard line. So they'll have a 1st and goal here. Noah Labum could be a target on this one. It'll be a QB keeper designed run. Fools the defense, and Evan Jones easily runs into the end zone for his first touchdown of the night. 1 rushing and 1 passing. And the Denmark Danes flip the script and make this a 13-7 ball game. After the Chiefs' 1-play, 80-yard rush put them up early, Denmark answered back quickly and alive as 13-7 is where they'll head up. And it's back-to-back. 14 unanswered points for the Danes. Here's the kick. That one is good. So 14-7 halfway through the first. And this is just prime and pinnacle high school football here. An exciting offensive game so far. So after a 4-and-out, we're going to see the Chiefs take the field once again. Their offense is going to get a little bit of spark here. We'll see how they respond to a bad drive and then defense giving up a touchdown. They're going to have to respond positive and well. Anyone feeling down on this team, that's just a negative mindset that's instantly going to bring your team down. So we'll see how Kobe Martin leads this team. 7:27 left in the first. Jake Snyder coming out for his kick once again. Looking a little gassed out there. Taking his time setting up the ball. Snyder kicking off back of the end zone once again. And that was close to getting through the uprights over there. A little dangerous, but knocks it out the back of the end zone. Chiefs will set up at the 20 once again. So the Chiefs have a third drive of the night. So I'll have Ripley and Darling out on the far side. Hands it off and instantly stuffed. Denmark has done their homework. And that's another stop on Rajecki. Gets about a yard gain there. 2nd and 9 is what's going to pop up here.
I think I've mentioned this in other part, like in another, like in our fall scrimmage, how a bunch of teams are going to look at Will Rajecki and be like, we need to go after him because he is most likely our best receiver and running back. But Sequoyah has got to look towards other options if the defense is just going to know they're going to just go straight for Rajecki.
Yeah, they send Will outside. He has a lot of space to go, pummeling through 3 defenders. Does that get the first down? And yes, it does. And that's the type of impact Will Rajecki can get. I mean, you can do all the homework you want on him, but he's inevitable pretty much. So Rajecki gets 10 yards on those last 2 plays, forces the first down. As the Chiefs are trying to get something going here.
Yeah, like you were saying, Jay, you can do all the homework and all the studying and all the trying to practice the plays all you want, but a D1 athlete is still a D1 athlete, and a D1 athlete is still going to do what they do best.
Fake the handoff. Colby looking deep to throw. So close for Maddox Waller. Just out of reach. The Samford commit. Can't hang on to that one, or he wasn't even at that ball. So 2nd and 10. Another incomplete pass there. 6:07 left here. Clock stopped. Second and 10 from around the 30. As Benji Smith and Jack Ripley here on the near side, and the snap over Colby's head. Can't get down on it. And they finally pick the ball up. The Chiefs got it, but it might have been way too late. As the ball spotted all the way at the 10.
Miscommunication there by the Chiefs, which honestly can't happen. Mistakes happen, but something like that is important in a time like this. Sometimes that just can't happen.
I mean, when you lose your senior center last year and you have to try to find a replacement of upperclassmen that have never played center before, it's hard. You kind of have like a rotating line at some points. But 3rd, and let's get out of here. 3rd and long, we'll say. Or thrown to Will Rajecki. Rajecki has a lot of space to go, and he gets tripped up at the original line of scrimmage. If he just got a little bit more space, but it's a more manageable 4th and 10 if they decide to go for this one. But Does not look like they will, as they'll bring out the punt crew. That's Michael Palomiri in the back to return for the Danes, as Leif Hansen will now come on for the Chiefs to punt. He's got a leg of his own here. We'll see what his first punt brings. And as a rocket.
Beautiful.
We'll see where that one goes out at around the 20. Leif Hansen flips the field.
Mind you, this is Leif's first year of playing football. He has played soccer pretty much all his life and just moved over to football and is absolutely killing it.
Yeah, I mean, was varsity, his freshman year was a varsity soccer player, played varsity soccer again, and then saw Caleb was leaving, and he's like, I might as well take a shot at this. And it's worked out great so far. I mean, he's hit 60s in training. He went to his first ever Coles training camp, which is like where all the kickers and the special teams, where they go to try and show. That's where all the national rankings come from. His first ever showing, he performs. Number 4 in his class in the country, 5 stars. I mean, it's just perfect as perfect can be for him. First year, he's only going to get better.
And a wonderful stop by Sequoyah defense to stop running back Noah Laban.
As the sun begins to set here at Skip Pope Stadium, 4 minutes left to go in the first. As we've played around 10 minutes of football in a half an hour here, it's going to be a long offensive-driven game. Denmark have about a 2nd and 8 here. Fakes the handoff to Laban. Moving out of the pocket, Evan Jones trying to find somewhere to go, and he just throws that one out of bounds. Had no receivers open. Carter Rawlings was moving over towards the near side of the field, and there were just no routes to benefit Jones. As they force a 3rd and 8 here, Chiefs have a chance to make a stop. Evan Jones looking to throw, finds outside. Carter Rawlings gets the catch. Knocked out of bounds, though, and incomplete. And now, oh, never mind. Other ref overrules, and they'll call it a catch there. But it'll set up 4th down, not enough to get the first. So a 4th and 4. They won't even try, and we'll see our first punt of the night here from Jake Snyder.
Great stop by the Sequoyah defense, exactly what they needed in a time like this.
Yeah, and you can see how far, I mean, we're not zoomed in, we're zoomed in all the way on the punter right now, but if we zoom out just a little bit, you can see how far Will and Brooks are both, they're all the way at the 35 as Snyder launches this ball, lands at the 40, Rejecki has it, catches it, still going, and he'll get down around the 45. And that is a leg from Snyder.
We were watching him warm up earlier, and the ball just shoots way up in the sky, and you're like, how does a guy have that much power in his legs to get the ball that high? And then a couple minutes later, we see Leif Hansen do the exact same thing, and I'm like, this is a kicker versus kicker matchup.
You know, I'm kind of excited for when we punt, if we punt, or if Denmark punt. If we're getting a little close, I want to see a sky punt. I just want to see somebody boot this ball up and get like a 5-second hang time. That would be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
I'd be excited for that. A 5-second hang time.
I mean, it's high school football. I mean, you gotta try fancy things.
I mean, yeah.
I think a sky kick is pretty fancy.
Handoff to Rejecki, gets about 5 yards on that gain. Crosses.
I think how Rejecki runs the ball is pretty fancy.
Very fancy. It's D1 fancy.
D1 fancy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Memphis fancy. Tennessee.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that kind of fancy right there.
So they cross over into Denmark territory. at the Denmark 49. Martin in shotgun, 2 receivers out on the far side, Darling and Ripley holding Campbell in motion. Handed off, kept by Martin as he just explodes. Faked me out on that one too. Thought Holden had that ball.
Those are honestly the best plays. When it fakes out the announcers and everybody else and even the cameraman, those are the best kind of plays.
The mark him a little bit short. Looks about a 3rd and 2. Chief offense will set up narrow here. No receivers out. 2 running backs in the backfield. Rajecki and Campbell blocking. Jecki gets over the line. He's got more space to go. Trying to throw some defenders down. And it's a 10-plus yard gain there from Rajecki, as what was a close 3rd down turns into a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now, I don't know if you know this about Rajecki, but he's ran track before, right? And I'm pretty sure he just hurdled over the guys who were trying to tackle him underneath. He just did a little hurdle and then just kept running. I mean, you can't stop D1 all the time, and that shows that.
You're right. He does hurdles, right?
I mean, I bet he has once in his life.
I swear I saw him running hurdles once.
And maybe he does. Anyways, he's probably practicing that. Anything can help.
A jet sweep here to Darling as he goes down after about a gain of 5. Nice to see a jet sweep there. As the Chiefs will set up a 2nd and 5. Skip Hope is rocking tonight. Full student section, pretty much full parent section here in the middle, and it leads all the way down. I don't even know if there's an empty seat down there. I can't even see on this left side.
Yeah, so many parents standing up by the tent and by the fence. I mean,
there's so many people behind us, around us, in front of us. As the first quarter comes to an end, 14-7 is what we'll stop at, as we will flip the field for the second quarter. And it was a strong start, very strong start for the Chiefs. 80-yard run from Rajecki. Then they slowed down. They had the 4 and out. They had a few miscommunications, but that punt from Leif Hansen got them right back on track. And now they are slowly marching down the field. They're using the run game to kind of just pummel the Denmark Danes and just try to get closer and closer towards the end zone. And I think the one thing that Denmark had to make sure that they did right this game was making sure that they can stop this run game.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think that what's good for offense and defense is these breaks, these tiny breaks in between, where you can like have a calm down powwow in between plays, but having a quarter break, being like, okay, calm a little bit. Now we know our passion for the game. We know how what we have to do to stop this defense or stop this offense. So let's go do that and have that little powwow. Honestly, it can make or break a game.
I mean, we know how much it helped last year having Ian and Taiwo in that backfield as well, as Will had a massive run, took a little break here, and then he was just ready to go on the next play because Ian and Taiwo made their own big plays, and they allowed Will some time here. Holden's been doing a great job so far tonight. He's had a few good runs. He's been giving Will that time that he needs to recover and be more impactful in this game. So we'll see how it goes on at the start of the second quarter. We'll start with a 2nd and 5 at around the 25-yard line. Refs waiting on something here. Lyman gets set, and we are back underway for second quarter action. Colby Martin hands off to Rajecki, trying to make some room as he gets dragged backwards. They'll give him about a yard or two there. So 3rd and 4. We'll see what they run with here. Darling heads up towards the top of the screen with Ripley on the bottom side, paired with Campbell. Colby fakes the handoff, trying to get out of the pocket, trying to find the space, and he gets met by multiple Denmark Danes, and he goes down quickly. Not enough for the yard to gain. They'll have a fourth and 2, I want to say. So they're going to bring out Leif Hansen for a 40-yard kick, right on the dot.
This is Leif's first three-point kick of the season. Let's see how he does.
Denmark fans trying to make some noise, some distraction here. And that one is through with a lot of space to go. That one almost bounced out of the fencing of the stadium there. It's a great kick from Leif Hansen as he puts more points up on the board, and it's 14-10. As the Chiefs answer their 4-and-out with a field goal. They put some points back on the board, make it a 4-point game. And now Denmark have a chance to go back-to-back-to-back touchdowns on their opening 3 drives.
Now, one thing that I, in my personal opinion, think is a little crazy about football is that the kicker is told to kick the ball, you know, pretty far. Like, Leif just kicked a 42-yard field goal and is told to do that. And then you have to go further back and kick it one more time. I mean, I get the quarterback's using his arm over and over, but it's also, I feel like, using leg power is sometimes a little bit more than using arm power, and that's my personal opinion, that sometimes I think it's crazy that the kicker has to kick pretty darn far and pretty darn hard twice in a row. Doesn't really get a break. I mean,
yeah, well, when you hit that game winner, then you don't got to kick.
That's true. Super true.
Hansen hits this one hard and long, as you say. That one is out.
And then I also guess when you're Leif Hansen, it doesn't matter. It's light work. I mean, what he's making it look like, that it's easy.
Yeah, he just had the power. He just went barely short of the uprights. I mean, just move him up 5 yards and put a little more accuracy on that, and that goes right to the uprights. And that would be that's a 65-yarder. That's close to the NFL record.
Yeah.
In high school. I mean, we've seen him hit 60 in training. I don't know if they've tried 65 or 70 yet. I don't know if you do that. You just, yeah, for fun, we're going to, let's just try 70. Why not, I don't know if that's how they roll, but.
I don't know.
It could be, but.
I bet they do.
Denmark looking for a handoff, and he slips down instantly, and that's a loss of yardage. 2nd and 12 now.
And just to let everyone know, he did not slip because of rain, because as Blaine told us earlier, it's not raining right now. It's just hot and muggy.
Yeah, there was a little bit of rain in the forecast, but, I mean, that pretty much cleared up. No, 35% chance at 9. Oh, I'm taking Blaine's job now.
Wow.
This is what it feels like. 40% chance of thunderstorm at 10.
Wow.
Sunset at 8:24. Oh, I feel so professional. I feel like the Blaine Zbinden.
Airing
the ball out all the way. 40-yard pass. Can he get towards the end zone? Michael Parmari brought down. No, it's not. Flag on the play. Gets across towards the end zone, but there was definitely a horse neck tackle on that one. Michael Parmari might have just added another touchdown in one play, or just a few yards short of one. Is a 1st and goal, and they mark him down at the 2-yard line. And there is another huge play by a Danes wide receiver. You had Camden Jennings on their first play of the game that was brought back for a face mask, and then you got this one so close to getting to the end zone, but 2 yards short. And just like that, Denmark is pounding at the door once again. 9:39 if left in the second. Evan Jones hands it off to Latham, and does he make it? They're going to call him short, I think. He's just short. That's got to be like second and literal centimeter. I mean, that's like,
Yeah.
I can't tell. I mean, on the screen, but like that ball might be crossing into the end zone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's close.
So let's see what Sequoyah can do in this.
Yeah, they're going to
in
need
this
a
tough situation.
huge goal line stop if they want to stop this one. I mean, expect the run game from Latham. He got about a yard on that last one.
It's about drive, it's about power, and that is what the Sequoyah defense has to do in this very moment right here.
I think that's what Dwayne The Rock
Oh.
Johnson said.
Yeah, and I think
Timeout, yes. Timeout on Denmark, as they'll take a second, make sure they know what play they want to run with here. As this is going to be a huge play here for the Chiefs. Another opportunity to have a goal line stuff. They had one earlier in the game. They have one again. Last time, Evan Jones took a quarterback option and just walked right in to the left side of the end zone. We'll see what they decide to do on this play. Denmark comes back out onto the field. Second and literal centimeters. Denmark hands it off. Latham walks into the end zone for his first touchdown of the night. And he has now scored a touchdown in every game he's played against the Sequoyah Chiefs, which is 2. So, I mean, that's a pretty impressive stat.
That is honestly against, especially what Sequoyah's defense was last year and this year. It's pretty impressive, I would say.
I mean, he did put up 4 against us last year, but we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, not at all. Because last year was last year and this year is this year. And let's see if their star kicker can make a short field goal.
Jake Snyder to put it at 21-10 with a lot of time left in the second. It is good, as we will once again see the Chiefs offense take the field. They had a field goal from Leif Hansen, around a 40-yarder. And we'll see what they can do this time, as the Chiefs are going to want to have at least one answer before halftime, as Denmark will get a second half kickoff.
Hopefully the idea is long drive and touchdown.
And then interception.
And then
Pick six.
Pick six.
Yep. Or scoop and score. I don't really care which one. You know, one of them works.
Of course.
And then we'll say back-to-back pick sixes just for funsies. Just for
funsies. But what's expected is that hopefully a score right here, just so that the Chiefs have a little bit more cushion heading into halftime. And also, if Denmark gets the ball again, which with 8 minutes and 49 seconds left in the second quarter, they most likely will. If Denmark gets the ball again, stopping them and making sure that they don't score, so that Sequoyah still has that cushion in going into the break.
Yeah, the Sequoyah secondary is going to need to force a turnover here. An interception from Benji Brooks. One of them would be very important to this game. That one's in the end zone once again, and it's a third touchback. I don't think we've seen a kickoff return yet. We've seen 5 touchbacks so far. With 8:49, the Chiefs will start their 4th drive of this game. Colby Martin coming out for the Chiefs, the Georgia Tech baseball committed just a few weeks ago. See if he can lead this team down for a touchdown. Quick thrown, hand on it, and that one is smacked down, goes nowhere. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Not much you can do there. I mean, the Denmark defense was basically slobbering right then. So let's see how the Sequoyah offense can adjust to that and quickly make a move down this field.
So 2nd and 10, still on the far hash. Martin looking to throw out to Rajecki. He's got a little bit of space here. Can he throw a defender down? Crosses for a first, gets out of bounds. Clock stops. And a 30-second play turns into a 15-yard gain. Clock running again. Martin hands off to Rajecki. Coming out on the near side here, trying to make some space, and a little bit of contact as Rajecki goes out of bounds. Gets close to another first.
Great job to Sequoiah's offensive line, like Colton Bass and Riley O'Neal blocking insanely so that Rajecki can get through. I mean, we all look at Rajecki and we're like, hey, D1 athlete, nobody can stop him, but you can't. He can't do what he can do without that offensive line that's there to back him up.
I mean, really, shout out Brody Craig, Alexander Brewer, Riley O'Neal, Colton Bass. I mean, that line is a powerhouse. They have so many bodies on that line. As there's another run from Rajecki. And again, a 5-yard gain. Second and 5. As the Danes have not been really able to stop the run game so far. They've had a few stuffs, but other than that, Rajecki's been doing a pretty good job at consistently getting yards. As there's another pitch in the backfield. Or sorry, that was a QB keeper. And he might just move the chains, and he does. As Colby gets a 6-yard rush there. Crosses deeper into the Denmark territory around the 39-yard line.
And honestly, that's what's great about having a player like Will Rajecki, who, when he went out wide, brought the defense shifted with him, and then Colby just went right up the middle and just bam.
Yeah, you can't just not follow him. He's Will Rajecki. You gotta have
exactly.
somebody on him at all times.
So that's honestly what's such a powerhouse about having him, is either he is the distraction or he's the playmaker.
And it's going to be a false start on Sequoyah as a flag gets thrown. So 1st and 10 shifts into a 1st and 15. Benji Smith and Jack Ripley out here on the far side. Sterling on the near one. 6:30 on the clock. Darling in motion. Quick pass to Darling out of the sideline. Tries to juke a defender and is brought back for a tackle for loss. And it's going to set up second and close to 20. And now the Danes have the Chiefs in a great position to make a play happen. Clock still moving, 5:56 now. As we get closer towards the end of the second quarter. 3 receivers out. Martin looking deep. He has Rajecki and just short. It was a deep attempt to Will.
Great run by Will and also great throw by Colby. It just
a few yards, 1 yard short right there.
Literally.
Tried to lay out for it.
Honestly, it was beautiful. Beautiful pass. It just was barely not there.
And now it's another 3rd and long situation. We're going to have to try to see the exact same thing again. They need 20 yards here. And they are in, technically we can say they are in Leif Hansen field goal range. So
they are.
That is definitely a possibility. Here's Martin, fakes the throw. Instead, throws it outside to Maddox Waller, gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
I couldn't even see Maddox Waller from here. Didn't know that was an option. I thought he was just throwing it away. Shocked me right there.
Yeah, Colby pump fake to Will, turned around, quick pass to Waller, and gets 10 more yards.
It looks like
they're going to punt here.
I guess it is risky, but we are in Leif Hansen field goal range. I mean, we could have tried. But sometimes it's risky. I understand they want to also make sure that they can, the coaches probably want to make sure that and wait to save that Leif Hansen field goal range till the end of this.
Will it stay in? Riley O'Neal tried to smack that one in. But that one goes out the back of the end zone. And it ends up moving the chains backwards 20 yards. So the Denmark offense will take the field once again. They have 4:22 on the clock. They have a lot of time, but the Chiefs still have 3 timeouts. They're going to need to get a stop here. Just put 1 score up, make a stop, put 1 score up before the end of the quarter. Again, Denmark will receive the second half kickoff. And with an 11-point lead right now, that looks good for them. But we'll see, will they try to add just a little bit more to it?
Sequoyah has to have a stop here. If they don't, they do not have the cushion that they have to get into the third quarter and into the second half. So Sequoyah cannot let Denmark score in this. Or at least needs to get a turnover.
Handoff to Laban, and he breaks a few tackles, but gets brought down after about 5 yards gained. And 2nd and 5 now. Carson Berry on that tackle. Clock ticking. Denmark's going to take as much time as they can off this clock. Play clock is at 16. Clock ticking down, 3:45 now. As handed off once again to Laban, trying to kill as much clock as he can. He's got a lot of space to go, trying to track him down. Still up, finally brought down after a large gain. Joseph Lucente on the tackle. But there's a flag back at around the 30-yard line, and this could bring the run back.
That's exactly what Noah Lehman did to Sequoyah last year, is just run after run after run, 4 touchdowns against Sequoyah last year. I mean, maybe he's just trying to do it again. Honestly, he's probably grown as a player as well, grown as a person, and but for Sequoyah, probably glad that the flag was called back at the line of scrimmage.
All that effort from Denmark pushes the line of scrimmage back 5 yards, so sets it back up for a 2nd and 9, and they mitigate a 50-ish yard run from Noah Laban. And just as Denmark thought they could put up a score, or were close to putting up a score here to close the half, they get taken back to 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, quick outside, and that pass is incomplete. Looking for tight end James Calloway there, but no connection. Pass is dropped, and 3rd and 9 now. Clock is stopped. No timeouts. Chiefs don't need to waste the timeout here. They still have 3. Denmark have 2.
That was a great rush by the Sequoyah defense. Exactly what we need. Honestly, I keep saying in a time like this, but we're in a rush right here. Genuinely.
I mean, yeah, great call on the blitz. Just forced Evan Jones to make the pass, and just that one did not get to its intended target. 4 receivers out, looking to throw. Evan Jones on the run throw, and it's caught past the line of scrimmage. James Calloway gets his get back. The tight end, just after dropping one, gets a 15-yard gain, and just again, as the Chiefs thought they might have had a defensive stop impending, and it's gone once again. Denmark get a 1st down.
That one looked like the quarterback and the receiver did not know that the pass was coming until the pass was coming. I mean, number 88, his head was turned one way, and then he just quickly turned and caught the ball instantly. That's honestly a great offensive play in the time of need.
He had just jumped into the ball right there. I mean, full stomach catch right there, basket catch, I think what some would call it there, as Labum is instantly surrounded, as he'll get a gain of 3, not 5, gain of 5, gain of 5, final say, gain of 5. 2nd and 5 now, a lot of 5s here.
Yeah.
Gotta wait for it. 2:25 left on the clock.
Jake's over here trying to get all his 5s out so that we can keep, from now on, Sequoyah defense will keep it 1st and back, and 2nd and above 5, and 3rd and above 5, so that we don't have to get 5 or below.
I love that.
We don't want to go to 5 below. We want to stay where it's where it's expensive.
Jones forced to throw out to Labum. He just gets to the line of scrimmage, or line to gain. Will they pass it over for a 1st? No, they won't. Be 3rd and very short.
So, Jake, I don't think that they were listening to our idea, which I don't think that they can hear us.
Sadly not, yeah.
But sadly, we are under 5. 3rd and short. 3rd and very short.
Asa Goings on that last tackle. The Kings Academy transferred in this year, the junior, who had a lot of good highlights in that fall game 2 weeks ago. But 3rd and short with 1:42 on the clock. It's going to be a big stop if the Chiefs can get it. Clock still ticking down, 9 seconds on the play clock. Here's the snap, looking to throw outside, and it's caught wide open. Pass, Carter Rawlings with his 3rd catch on the night. Had a touchdown earlier in this game. Had the 1st touchdown of the game, actually. And once again, moves the chains. Clock still ticking, 1:23. The Chiefs still have all 3 timeouts. I'm going to expect them to start using them now. This pass tipped over the top, and a lot of room for Logan Haas. as that might have, won't get a first down. Set up 2nd and 4 here.
Some really good offense reversing by the Denmark Danes.
Offense drags a holding, so a big play from the Danes taken away once again. That's the 3rd time that's happened. As they'll get dropped back 5 yards. 1st and 14.
Sometimes it's just too good to be true. That's what I believe. When good plays happen, the flag's called. It's just too good to be true.
4 receivers out for the Danes. Rolling out to his right, and toe tap catch. Gets in play there. Great catch from Carter Rawlings. Toe tapped his way to a gain of 5. Look at that, another 5 on the board.
Another 5.
2nd and 9, 109 here on the Sequoyah 39-yard line. Looking to throw, a lot of pressure over the top. This could be picked off, and it is! Back of the field, there's Benji Smith. He's got room to go still, brought back down, and just like that, Benji Smith makes his impact play of the game, and it is an awful throw to nobody in the backfield for Danes. All he had to do was just look at the ball and just close to, there was no pressure on Benji Smith right there. As he goes onto the sideline, puts on the spike pads.
Caught by number 5, Benji Smith. We like our 5s up here in the press box. And we also like when Benji Smith gets an interception. And now Sequoyah has 56 seconds to see if they can make a play out of this.
Smith had an interception 2 weeks ago against Gilmer. And just like that, the Chiefs with 56 seconds, 3 receivers out. Martin looking to throw. Instead, he takes off. He's got a little bit of space and gets brought down after a gain of about 7. Chiefs will go up and hurry up. 3 timeouts still on the clock. They got a lot of time. A little bit of contact there on Darling. Here the Chiefs go. Martin rolling out to his right side. Throwing once again. Easy catch there to Jack Ripley. And there's the timeout. With 26 seconds now on the clock, the Chiefs will call a timeout as they'll sit at their own 49. And just like that, there's a lot of energy back in this Skip Pope Stadium. It felt dead for a little bit, but as that ball was slowly making its way towards Benji Smith, you just started hearing a little bit of cheering. Then he caught it, more cheering, and now it's getting a lot louder here in Skip Pope.
And that's the energy we need, with the energy from the crowd, the energy from the student section, the energy from the cheerleaders also impacts these football players playing. And honestly, that's in any sport. The hype that you hear from the fans and the crowd helps the energy that's on the field as well. And vice versa.
Yeah, with 26 seconds to go, a true 1-minute drill for the Chiefs. 2 quick plays. And sometimes when you're forced to go at the highest possible speed, you play your best. So they have 50 yards to go. I mean, not even that. Settle for a field goal to put this at a 1-score game. That could be handy for the Chiefs as well. 3 receivers on this near side. Rajecki once again in the backfield. Martin looking to throw, trying to find some space. Instead, he rolls out, throws that one into the ground, out towards Rajecki, and no flag thrown on the contact. So we'll be incomplete, and 13 seconds here. They're gonna just need some sort of play 16 seconds. They bump up the clock 3 more seconds. They still got 2 timeouts. So even if with 2 more incompletions, you might as well just try a kick from Leif Hansen. We'll see what they do here. Martin throwing once again. Thrown out to the side and not enough to Brooks Darling as we go down to 11 seconds now. And it's a 3rd and 10. The Chiefs have 1 more play before 4th down, or they kick it.
I think plan right now is to at least get a little bit more yardage just so that Leif has a little bit more wiggle room, because this field goal is technically where the ball is placed right now. It would be 61. Then you add, a couple yards that he has to stand behind the line of scrimmage, and it's probably around 65 to 68 yards, which is a little insane for a high school kicker. So to grab a couple extra yardage would honestly be clutch for the Sequoyah team.
See Martin looking to throw. Deep throw to Martin. Double coverage, and it's not enough for Darling once again. And with 5 seconds, we'll see what they decide to do. And I'm not seeing Leif Hansen go out on the field, so he won't have his moment. With 5 seconds left, Hail Mary kind of play here for the Chiefs. Denmark going into prevent. Holden Gamble on the far side. Brooks Darling and Jack Ripley on our near side. And Denmark will ice it just before Sequoyah have a chance to do something. And it's a big momentum play here. Coming at a major turning point in this game. The Chiefs just looking for some points to close out the half. Stay tuned for during halftime, as we'll have the first band performance of the year. Heard that's a very good show this year, so make sure you keep the stream going. Denmark setting up in heavy prevent here. 5 safeties in the back.
And 5 seconds on the clock, so let's see what the Sequoyah offense can do in that 5 seconds.
They'll stick with the same formation. Darling and Ripley on our near side, Holden on the far one. Martin to throw. It's thrown pretty quickly to Rajecki. Can he find some space? Can he make some space? He's got a player behind him, and he's brought down at about the 30-yard line, and that will do it for the first half of action from Skip Pope Stadium. And that was a great first half from the Danes. I mean, nothing much more they could want from this besides maybe getting that pick throw back. But the Chiefs got a lot to work on. They're going to need to get their offense just a little bit, put a little bit more in that offense, and have their defense make sure they stop that run game.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I feel like I mentioned this in the fall scrimmage, where all they needed was to go into the locker room at halftime, have that little powwow, have that like, okay, let's breathe moment. Everything's fine, and then they're ready to go right after that.
Yeah, you're going to hope that this locker room talk once again is just empowering everything that it needs to be to get this Chiefs team right back in the right mindset and make sure that when they come back on this field, this 11-point deficit gets dropped down, and hopefully they can turn the second half into a win. But for now, we will see you back in about 20 minutes for the second half action. I'm Jake Jira.
I'm Sloane McGee.
We will see you in 20 minutes.
Musical selections include Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd, Summer Dances by Blaine and Mages, This Used to Be My Playground by Madonna, and School Zone by Weissgerber. The Band of Chiefs is under the field direction of drum majors Lane Davidson and Kimberly Strickland. Drum majors, is your band ready? Class is now in session. smoke and perfection. Sink your teeth into our famous smoked wings, tender brisket, and spicy jambalaya that will have you coming back for more. We've got big screens for big games, space for the whole crew, and that southern hospitality.
Hello, Sequoyah. My name is Peyton Wall, and today I'm joined here with Alex Brewer, and we're going to touch up on his recruitment process and just everything last season and even preseason awards. And my first question for you is, Sequoyah went 11-2 last year. We had such a successful season, and I really want to know, how was that affecting this season, and what are you going to take in from last season that you learned, and how are you going to bring that for this season?
I got you. Last season we dealt with lots of adversity, whether it be different players getting injured, roster changes, different players playing different positions. And that's one thing I think we did really well last year that was really successful, was dealing with adversity. Whenever we lost to Sprayberry week 5, and we could have just stayed down and could have given up the rest of the season, but we stayed strong. Next week we had a strong showing, and then we just kept it on through playoffs. And especially when we were at home versus Gainesville, we were about 20-point underdogs, and we didn't let that get to us. We stayed strong, and we just kept playing, and we knew we could play with those guys. And we ended up beating them, Woodward, and then sadly lost third round. But I think that's what's really going to set us apart this year, is that we have an experienced roster full of players who know how to deal with different types of adversity. And I think that's going to really set us apart.
From the other teams, yeah, I love that. And also, you previously won 2025 preseason All-State for offensive linemen. And, really, I want to know how you felt about that, because that's a big deal to be able to walk into this season having as an award. Yeah, so if you could touch up on that, that would be great.
Yeah, I got you. It's really a blessing being recognized by a bunch of different sites and articles about me being one of the best linemen in 5A, and it's really, truly a blessing. But again, I still got to be focused on the season, and it's really not taken away from my season this year.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. And especially since there was only 3 Sequoyah boys on the football team who made it to that. That's a big honor to be able to say that you could have that. And also, I really want to just ask a little bit about your recruitment process. I know that can be stressful, getting invited to these football games and being invited to, scholarships and to all of these things, and meeting coaches and players, and just, how was that for you?
Well, it was really stressful. Hey, you'll get the same response from everyone you ask. It was really stressful. So starting out, I never actually wanted to play football until I got to high school. I always wanted to be a basketball player. And then at some point, I was just during my freshman year, I was like, this football thing is really fun. I want to pursue this. And I got into the recruiting process really late. I was really under-recruited. I didn't get many invites to go places, and when I did, I had to go out and go show out against these top-rated guys. I had to go really put in a lot of work. I was all football. There was nothing else in my life. I was all football. I wanted to get it so badly. And when those first offers came in, I was over the moon. I was probably the happiest I've ever been. Just being able to tell my parents they're not paying for college, and being able to go and visit these crazy big schools. I'm seeing myself. I'm like, oh, I get to go to college for free to play football. It was such a blessing. And then after I committed, it was probably the biggest weight off my chest, because I built so many great relationships with different coaches from different schools all over the place that it was really hard making the decision. But as soon as I found Colorado State and I built a relationship with the O-line coach and the tight end coach and the head coach, I just knew it was home. I committed very early for the rest of my class. And after that, it was now I'm Sequoyah. For the next 6-7 months, I'm Sequoyah football at all times.
Yeah, I love that. Really pushing through the adversity. I can see that it got you where you wanted to be, and that's especially a good thing. And I'm going to touch up on one more thing, is what are you going to take from your legacy here at Sequoyah, and how are you going to give that to future Chiefs and inspire those who also want to maybe get a football scholarship like you did? What are you going to take into that for them?
well, I really want to be the example of how to play O-line at Sequoyah. I want to be the example of how your work ethic, your mentality, how you play a good game. I want my coaches in the future, whenever an O-lineman comes up, they're going to be like, you need to look at Alex Brewer's film. You need to see how Alex Brewer played the game. And I want that to be my legacy here at Sequoyah, that I'm the one that the coaches reference and how to play O-line.
Yeah, I love that. Well, thank you, Alex, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on.
This is Chiefs Uncovered. This is the game you see and the stories you don't. Thank you. Good.
So, in the first 3 games of the season last year, the defense had an average of 28.6 points per game. But then in the last 7 games, you only gave up 18.2. What changed in the defense?
I think what changed was the kids got comfortable in the system. A lot of people don't know we had I think 5 players that didn't start the year before. We were replacing a lot of graduating seniors from the year before, and 2 of the kids that were starting for us had never played football at the high school level before. So, it took them a couple games to kind of get used to it. And the fact that, we turned it around and had such a solid defense after that was a testament to our players and our coaches.
Last year, your seniors in Mariah, Ogundele, Ligeti, and Bertils led the team with 19 sacks, with everyone else combining for just 12. How are you planning to replace that talent and keep the line at a high level?
We're moving Matthew Matz over to the end position where Mariah was. And then Drew Williams is going to step over and be the Mike where Taiwo was. And, we're looking for a Sam right now to handle that where Bertils was. But I think it's a lot of the system that we do also and the fact that we want to pressure. So, we had sacks before, Mariah stepped in there, and it was Ty Moore's, getting all the sacks and getting the pressures. And so, it has a lot to do. We have good players, and we're moving good players into those positions. But then it also has to do with the scheme and that we're aggressive and we're going to come after you and apply pressure.
The new season and a fresh start. With only 1 regular season loss last season, how are you looking to improve on that and be even better?
I think, there's a standard, and we talk about the standard of our program as best. And I think you just got to keep attacking every day like you do every day from last year. So what we're doing in the past 3 seasons is work. We just got to continue to do that over and over and not try to change or do anything different. Like, we just got to continue to find the weaknesses and where we need to get better at and keep developing our players. So, we can keep success year after year.
All righty. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome back from halftime. We are here for second half action from the Sequoyah Chiefs and the Denmark Danes. Currently, Chiefs 10, Denmark 21. The Chiefs are going to need a huge second half in order to get this game back on track the way they want things to go. The first half, they started off great for the Chiefs. 80-yard rushing touchdown from Wilbur Jecky, and then it kind of started to slow down. They've only scored one since then. It was a 40-yarder from Leif Hansen, and ever since then, Denmark kind of just took it on their own path. 3 unanswered touchdowns. Then on their 4th drive, they threw a pick, and that kind of stopped that motion. End of the quarter for the Danes. But the Danes have the kickoff here, so we'll see what more damage they can do. It's an 11-point ball game, 2 score. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and Sequoyah honestly has a lot of riding on this game. They have not lost a home game in a long time. They have a home game winning streak, and they also haven't lost to Denmark ever in this is their second time meeting, so that's pretty important. And I'm pretty sure that Sequoyah honestly they normally lead the games, like they are the controller of the game, and right now they are being controlled. And I'm excited to see what the second half can bring of them trying to be the controller of the game instead of being controlled.
Yeah, so before we get started here, just a little update around the region. Currently at the end of the second quarter, Cherokee is up 14-6 against River Ridge. And then Etowah is beating Woodstock 17-14 at halftime. Calhoun is beating down on Creekview 21-3 as they enter the third quarter. Sprayberry 48-6 against Alexander at halftime. Pope is being shut out against Cambridge 38-0 in the second quarter still. And Lassiter is 7-6 in the second quarter. So a lot of close matchups in the region. This is going to be one of the most competitive regions in Georgia this year. We have a lot of strong teams. I think Sprayberry is probably the one team you got to really look out for. It's the only team that gave Sequoyah a loss last year. And again, this Chiefs team is going to be another one of those highly ranked teams you got to look out for. Currently 151st, according to Max Preps, in the nation, and number 24 in Georgia. First play of the second quarter, Carter Rawlings, his 4th reception, gets a nice little drive there. And moves the chains about 6 yards. Going to be a 2nd and 7. Second and 3, here's the snap, handed off and brought down pretty quickly as that one goes pretty much nowhere. 3rd and 3 once again. As the student section is packed tonight from first row to last row.
As you saw from the student section, it's jersey out, and if only you could see what me and Jake are wearing, because we have some pretty fire jerseys right now. I mean, wouldn't you say so?
I mean, I wish Minka Fitzpatrick was still a Steeler, but you know, mine's a more sad jersey. You got a cool jersey though.
My jersey is my dad's high school football jersey, so shout out to my dad who gave me his high school football jersey.
As Evan Jones right there tried to flatten the score defender, instead he went head over toes, but still gets the first down. 1st and 10 from the 30. As Denmark just trying to run this ball, killing a lot of time already. 1:30 outdone so far. Denmark slowing the pace of the game here. Lining up once again, 3 receivers out. Handoff once again, trying to create a little bit of space as Logan Haas, the 5'8" senior, gets a little bit out of the run. And sets up 2nd down and 5. Denmark taking all the time that they need. 15 seconds here left on the play clock. Here's the snap, shotgun looking to throw, having to be on the run, almost brought down with a sack, and hard hit there. That was Drew Williams, the 6'2" junior, one of the more deadly players on this Sequoyah defense. Got a lot of playing time last year, and this year's kind of turning into that star interior linebacker. And he's got a lot to do tonight. But a 3rd and short here. Denmark with another big play. Can the Chiefs force a turnover? And the play's called dead before anything can happen. It's going to be a timeout on Denmark as just 3 minutes into this one, they'll call their first timeout. Just make sure they got the right play here, as they get a first here, and this game can get out of hand pretty quickly. Now we've seen a lot of running so far in this second half, these last 3 minutes, and that was a majority of what they did last time, or sorry, not last time, last year. They ran the ball 54 more times than they passed it. They were an overall well-balanced offense, but their pass yards, when they did pass the ball, they got a lot more out of it. 1,800 total pass yards, 1,300 total rush yards, but it's when and how they got those rush yards that really mattered. Noah Latham was definitely one of the powerhouses. I think 10 total touchdowns on the season. And we know where at least 4 of them came from, so. Denmark line back up, 3rd and 3. The Chiefs need a stop here. Send a player in motion. Instead, hand it off to Noah Latham in the back. Tries to stutter step. Can he get to the first down? No, he can't. He's dropped back. And he might have walked back on his own, and he did. Refs are going to mark that all the way back at the original line and sets up 4th and 10, and it's a great stop from the Chiefs.
Great stop from the Chiefs, but also took so many of them to tackle Noah Latham right there. Like, that was an insane try to stay up, but honestly, there's not much what you can do when Sequoyah's blitzing like that, which is also a great job by the Sequoyah defense.
Yeah, a lot of blitzes right there. You had pretty much everyone on the defense covered up on Latham pretty quickly, and he tried to get out, failed, walked backwards, then we tackled him. So sets up a nice 4th and 10. Jake Snyder will come out for his first punt of the half, and close to being blocked. Drew Williams almost got onto that one. It's going to take a nice bounce, and it's going to take a very, very good roll, and it's going to finally come to rest at about the 15-yard line.
No sky punt for us there.
No sky punt, yes. So the Chiefs offense will take over. First time in the quarter, and only about 5 minutes taken off the clock. That's exactly what you wanted as a Chiefs fan. Get this ball back as quick as you can. We'll see what they can do with this offensive drive. Last drive, they ended it pretty quickly after a Benji Smith interception. They were forced to punt it away, or not punt it away. Clock expired, nothing much they can do. Rubajecki gets on the outside. He's got one more man to beat. Can he do it on the outside? Stiff arms him down, but Amari McGill brings him down with him.
What a great run by William Rubajecki. I mean, what more don't you expect? Oh.
Yeah, Rubajecki just breaks a few tackles. Amari McGill had 3 interceptions last year, has an offer from Capital University, and he's been one of the more strong cornerbacks on this team, as their cornerback room is a deadly one, which is why we haven't seen as much passes as you normally would see from the Sequoyah offense, as that one is stopped at around the line of scrimmage. Actually, never mind. It's about a gain of 4. So 2nd and 6 here. They'll have 2 receivers on the far side. Nobody past this first hash. They'll look to throw. Martin scrambling in the pocket. A lot of pressure. Gets away from it and just throws it out of bounds. Great job there from Martin to break the press, but did not have enough space to do anything else with it. So 3rd and 6 now. Darling going across the center. They'll have 3 receivers here. Ripley, Smith, and Darling looking to throw. Has a lot of pressure. Martin with a great move to get out of the danger. Looking to throw. Deep throw. Brooks Darling. And it's caught. What a throw and catch. My goodness, Brooks Darling.
What a great catch, and also what a great find by Colby Martin, because I didn't even see it. I don't think many people saw it. I don't think many people expected it. I expected it to be thrown to the receiver that was closest here, and then he just goes right over. And now they're calling it back.
I mean, that is a highlight level play from Martin right there. But the refs are going to call this one back. Rolled out of the pocket nice, avoided a sack, on the run, launches it 40 yards on a perfect pass to Darling, and he catches it but just out of bounds. So what was a 1st and 10 at the 20 turns into 4th and 6 at the Chiefs' 45. And they're forced to punt this one away.
Highly unfortunate.
After the Chiefs force a punt of their own, they'll have to do the same. Perfect snap from Riley O'Neal, and even better kick there from Hansen. That one falls back at the 10. They'll mark him down at the 11, as the Denmark offense will take over once again.
That snap was pretty beautiful from Riley O'Neal. I mean, we're big Riley O'Neal fans up here in the press box. Who can't be?
He's the best long snapper, I'm going to say, in the country.
Of course.
Evan Jones and the Danes take the field for their second drive of the quarter. 6:02 here on the clock. There's a lot more receivers out. They're trying to draw a little bit more space for Noah Latham to run, and it doesn't work on that play, as he'll only get about 2 yards on that one. As the Danes are going to take as much time off this clock as they can, as they are killing time of possession right now. With an 11-point lead against a highly ranked national team. They want to do as much clock killing as they can, as we just keep seeing it trickle down even more. Another wide receiver stack for Danes. Try to draw the Chiefs off sides. Here's the snap, looking to throw this time. Running out of the pocket. Jones gonna keep it and brought down by Drew Williams and Hayden Poole. Only a gain of about 2 once again. So a 3rd and 5 set up for the Chiefs. Can they force another punt and get the ball back and hopefully end up better than the last drive?
That's exactly what the Sequoyah defense needs right now. We need a score in this 3rd quarter to probably stay alive.
It will always be the objective, as Evan Jones went out of bounds. So clock stops at 5:09 here. Can't kill much more clock. And it's a big 3rd down for the Chiefs. The PA trying to hype the fans up. Here's the snap, fake the handoff, quick screen pass, and gets the first by a long shot. And it's going to be another 1st down for the Danes. So another 1st and 10 set up. Stayed in bounds, so the clock keeps moving as we slowly trickle away at this clock. 4:43 left to go in the 3rd. That's exactly what Denmark wants to do. They want to kill this clock. You do not want to give Sequoyah any more chances to score. As here's the snap from Jones, looking to throw once again. A lot of pressure, forced to throw outside on the sideline for Evan James. The 6'2" tight end will get his first catch of the game.
Now I know that our defense had to cover the people that were in the back, but that's also what can't happen. When one person goes, the next line of defense has to cover and step up and cover. You can't step up when the guy gets the ball. You have to go meet him where he's at or try to stop him before he gets the ball.
And it's resulting in just a few more yards per play for the Danes when that mistake does happen. As we see 2nd and 5 here. Here goes the defense once again. Hayden Poole trying to get a sack, and it's thrown out of bounds just before Poole could get any pressure on the quarterback. The senior trying to get the first sack of the game. But good job from him. Forces a clock stoppage, which is big, and a 3rd down. Once again, it's in the same exact position as before. 3rd and 5. It's another big one for the Chiefs. Just 10 more yards up the field than the last one. We'll see what the Danes decide to do with it. We'll have nobody past the far hash. 2 receivers on our near side. They hand it off to Labo, and he's grabbed, breaks the first tackle, can't get to the second one, brought backwards, and sets up 4th down. And that might just force the punt crew on. As it does, Jake Snyder will head on as the Chiefs defense finally gets this offense off the field.
Wonderful teamwork by the Sequoyah defense. It doesn't just take one person to get the Denmark offense down. They've now figured out that it is going to take everybody fighting the entire time, because Sequoyah has a lot of fight right now, and they want to win so badly that they will do whatever it takes. So excited to see how these next 3 minutes and 30 seconds of this 3rd quarter will go for the Sequoyah Chiefs offense.
Darling and Rajecki to return. This one sent way behind Darling. Great catch. And he's got some space to work with. He's got an outside lane. Can he break the first tackle? No, he gets drilled down by Jacob White, 6-foot senior, who will drop the ball at around the 29-yard line.
Good yardage, however. He was closer to the 10, and now he's closer to the 30, and that.
I mean, that was a long punt.
Yeah.
I mean, Brooks went backwards to catch that one, and he caught it. That was a great catch from him, too.
I mean, Jake Snyder is in fact going to Memphis with Will Rajecki for
He's punting. He's punting to his former teammate. I mean, that's
literally
pretty cool.
pretty.
The Chiefs have 3:14 left in this quarter, just to make a little bit of an impact. Here's the snap. Martin designed run. He's got a lot of space to go. Can he get up? He's getting pulled by his jersey. Finally gets thrown down on the sideline. But not before he gets past the first down. Moves the chains. As it's a 15-yard run there for the Chiefs quarterback, Kobe Martin. Clock stopped after Martin got out of bounds. Handoff, Rajecki. Helmet on the floor. Brody Craigs, as he'll get stuffed after about 3-yard gain. Clock moves once again, 2:57. As we're getting closer and closer into the fourth quarter. Martin, shotgun. Another design QB run. It worked the last time. Can he find some space to work with? He might just be short. And they will. They'll mark him about a yard short. There might be a flag out there. I can't tell if that's a different shade of green that I'm looking at or if that's a yellow. The refs are discussing something. And it is a flag. And it looks like it will be on Denmark. No official wording yet here from the ref. Face mask on Denmark. So Denmark will get their first face mask of the game. The Chiefs had one on the first play of the game in the first. And a great run from Colby in 9 yards turns into 14 yards. And a first.
Moving the chains for the Chiefs is exactly what we needed for these 2 minutes and 24 seconds left. Let's see what the Chiefs can do with this.
On a shotgun once again. Martin looking to run, trying to find a target. He's got a little bit of space outside the pocket, but gets brought down for what should be the first sack of the night. As Martin just tried to get out of the pocket and got brought down just as he went outside of it. But still, 2nd and 11 now. Still got a lot of plays to work with, a lot of yardage to work with. Once again, handed off to Rajecki, and he gets stuffed. And it's 3rd and 10 now. Might have got a yard there. He did. Chiefs offense just trying to put some points on the board. They could be in field goal range if they decide to go for it if they don't get this first. Martin rolling out of the pocket. Great blocks. Time to throw. Deep to Darling, and it's caught this time. No way to overturn that one, as Brooks Darling with a 30-yard connection. As Brooks Darling goes down on the sideline after his catch.
There's a little bit of deja vu right there. Just without the turnover.
We will keep on playing here. 1st and 10 once again. 40 seconds. Handoff for Jecki. And he goes just a few yards. He stays up, never mind. Thought he was down there, but no. 9-yard gain.
It's always what you think about Jecki. You think he's doing one thing, then he does another thing. And that is why he's D1. Because he's unpredictable.
8 yards after contact right there. Wow. That is what you want to see. As the Denmark player goes down, we'll take another pause here with 25 seconds left in this third quarter as the Chiefs march into the red zone, and just like that, an electric play from Martin to Darling sparks the stadium back up. Everyone's back up on their feet as the Chiefs try to just put another 7 points up on the board. Darling still down on the sideline, which is not what you like to see. The Chiefs play on. Handoff to Rajecki once again. Stays up, goes inside the 5. As the run game for the Chiefs is starting to slowly work again. And it's just like that. End of the third. We go into the fourth. The Chiefs are at the 4-yard line, and it's a 2-score game.
Update, Brooks Darling is in fact standing up, so that is a good sign, but let's see what the Sequoyah Chiefs can do this close to the end zone.
Yeah, if they can get a score within these first few plays, they can give the offense a little bit of a breather. This long walk to the other side of the field is a great breather as well. 1 play, 1 score. And then this Sequoyah defense has to turn up. They need to get a stop if they want a shot back in this game. Last year, the fourth quarter was statistically the worst scoring quarter for the Chiefs. They averaged only a touchdown. So we're going to need to see something unlike that. We need an outlier. We need something different.
But if you also think about it, the Sequoyah Chiefs were county champs last year, and most of our games were against people in our county. So if you think about that outlier, we probably didn't score as many because we were probably up by so much.
Yeah, we were already winning, what, 28-7 by then?
So now this is now a time where the Sequoyah Chiefs have to push beyond their limits, beyond their 1 touchdown per fourth quarter, because a 1 touchdown is not going to win a game.
Here we go. Start of the fourth. First play. Rajecki, powerhouse into the end zone. And Will Rajecki, second touchdown of the night. He is way past 100 rushing yards. And it is a 16-21 ball game right now. And just like that, the Chiefs are right back in it. The defense is now going to have to come out and make a stop It is still a 5-point ball game right now, pending the extra point. The touchdown scorer, Grover Jecky, acting as the holder. Riley O'Neal snapping and Leif Hansen kicking. 20-yard kick. And it is drilled right up the middle. Hansen remains perfect on the season so far. 2 for 2 on PATs, 1 for 1 on field goals. And with 11:55, 3 timeouts on the Chiefs, and their defense is going to have to make a statement in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, the Chiefs need to use the momentum that they just brought in that 4-minute drive? About 4-minute drive. They need to use that momentum right here on the defense. The defense needs to counteract everything that the offense does and has to get a stop quick.
Denmark has not scored since early in the second when Noah Latham got his first of the night. Ever since then, Benji Smith interception, back-to-back punts. They're going to need to keep that trend going here. A lot of defensive energy needed here at Skip Pope Stadium. They have 1 full quarter to work with. Is a 4-point ball game. As Hansen kick is underway. This might just be short, and it is. He has to take this one back. He's got a lot of speed, staying up, finally brought down at around the 35. An explosive kick return. And gets him 15 yards higher than a touchback would have. Good to see Brooks Starling is back out on the field for the defense. Had an amazing and drive-changing 30-yard catch to really spark that last possession. He's back out on the field here. 1st and 10 for Denmark. Big play, looking to throw pretty quickly, and he moves the chains for a first. Carter Rawlings with another reception on the night. He is just racking up receptions and yards.
Now that's exactly what the Sequoyah defense does not want. The Sequoyah defense does not want Denmark using their momentum, the momentum that they just had taken for themselves, and now Denmark is trying to counteract that. And that is exactly what the Sequoyah defense does not want.
Yeah, we'll see how much they do try and use this pass offense that has surprisingly worked very well for them tonight. This time they handed off and said, Noah Latham stuffed. 2nd and 10. Jay Streeter, the junior. Makes a big play. Clock's still moving. The crowd is getting loud here at Skip Hope. Another 4-receiver formation for the Danes. We've seen this a lot for them tonight. They throw. Fadeaway ball. Too far. Incomplete pass. And just like that, 30 seconds into this drive, and it's 3rd and 10. And it's a big 3rd and 10. The band is playing. Student section is loud. And it is a massive play here. Denmark need a first.
Sequoyah needs a stop.
They're going to send Noah Latham out to receive here. Once again, 4 receivers, 1 running back in the backfield, and they jumped. 5-yard penalty for the Danes, and a 3rd and 10 turns into a 3rd and 15. And the players are getting pumped on the field and the sideline. That's exactly what you needed. Pushes them back 5 yards. And something that was a little bit manageable now becomes a lot easier for the Chiefs to defend. Players trying to get the stadium pumped. A lot of people still sitting down. Players trying to get them out of their seats. It is a big 3rd down. 15 seconds on the play clock. Denmark throwing. On the run. Can't get to the first, and it's 4th down. The Chiefs might have just stopped the Danes for a 3rd consecutive time in a row. Drew Williams on the tackle, and that's exactly what's going to happen. A 3rd punt in a row. It's an offensive nightmare for the Danes, as 3 touchdowns in a row have now turned into 4 turnovers in a row. Jake Snyder, the 5-star punter, Memphis commit, needs a great punt here. He has a little bit of distance. We'll see if this one will roll out. No, that's going to stop at a great spot. Wow, what a punt from Jake Snyder at the 2-yard line.
Jake, I saw this article the other day that someone said that the Sequoyah defense probably isn't where they should be, or isn't up to the level that they wish to be playing, but I'm pretty sure that the Sequoyah defense is right now proving that they can still perform under pressure no matter what.
I mean, yeah, they just proved that entire article wrong. I mean, they came into the second half, and they really they locked in on defense. 3 punts in a row. That's exactly what the defense needed to do, and now it's up to the offense. 9:30, they have the time. They are all the way on their goal line. Rajecki's 5 yards into the end zone. Martin in the end zone as well. He's under center this time. Hands it off to Rajecki. Gets a little bit of space. Might have gotten 1 yard.
You're right. 2nd and 9.
They get a little bit more of wiggle room to work with. Now about halfway between the 3rd and the 4-yard marker.
We just need to at least get a 1st down here just to cushion ourselves so that a safety does not happen. So that Denmark has no chance to getting any points right here.
High press man coverage from the Danes. Martin hands off to Rajecki once again, trying to make some space, still pushing. Finally goes down, but creates some space for himself. And now it is 3rd and 5, a lot more manageable. They have some space to throw it now. They got about 9 yards separating between, more of 8, separating the line of scrimmage and the end zone. An explosive play is needed. 3rd and 5. Martin design QB run has nowhere to go. Will still gain 2, and it's 4th down. As a Chief goes down injured. It looks to be Martin after his run. as a turnover for the Chiefs defense gets stopped, and the Denmark defense comes back out. It's 4th and short. It's a dangerous time in the ball game. 7:41. This is kind of the time where it's like, well, if we go for it and we don't make it, they have a lot of time. But if we punt it here, they can also kill that time. It's a bad spot to be in.
Sure. I believe that Jack Mine knows what he's doing, but no, this is a tough spot to be in.
Martin gets up. He is walking, so that's a great sign. And it does look like the punt team will come out.
I mean, we do have 7:41 left in the game, so that just means that the defense has to
do it again.
Turn around and do this again.
Do it for a 4th time. Hanson in his own end zone. Great punt there from Hanson. That could roll for a while if it wants to, and it will.
Let it
it's
roll,
still going.
Let it roll, let it roll.
Picked up past the 40. Great kick from Hanson there. That's a more soccer-esque kick, kind of just a side punt. Had a lot of top spin on it, and it rolled for about 20 yards on that one. And what could have been a dangerous spot, the Danes offense will take over.
Honestly, really like that punt because it went far instead of going up, and like it just created a better spot for the Sequoyah defense to be in.
Yeah, at that point in time, especially given the location, you don't need any hang time on it. You just want to get it as far away from your end zone as you possibly can, and that's exactly what Leif did. So now, from the 36, their own 36, Denmark has a 1st and 10. A few first downs in this game could be won to Denmark, and that might be another false start.
The question is it offensive or defensive?
That's another offensive false start.
Yeah.
And that's another one as this crowd is doing their job here. Staying loud enough. Make somebody on the offense jump.
Causing some distractions.
And just like that, a 1st and 10 turns into 1st and 15. Oh, sorry. Well, they're saying it's on Sequoyah. They started walking Denmark's way, and then, wow. So it's going to be offsides there. 5-yard penalty, and 1st and 5 now for the Danes. Looking to throw, quick pass, gain of 2. James Calloway on the reception, his 2nd. Michael Fountain on the tackle there. So the Danes now have a 2nd, and we'll say 4 here. After they got the Chiefs to jump. Looking to throw again over the middle, and it's tipped away.
Lots of energy in the stadium right now. Probably a little bit more of a tense feeling as well, hoping that something good comes out on top for the Chiefs.
Joseph Lucente and Asa Gellings tipping that ball down. And now again, 3rd and 4. It's another big down for the Chiefs. Announcer trying to get Skip Pope hyped up. Third and 4. Throwing once again, pressure, and he caught it. Carter Rawlings with a great catch, and Evan Jones making the throw in pressure, moves the chains for a 1st down. And now the Danes can take a little bit of a breather here.
That's similar to what I was saying earlier. When that first line of defense goes, second line has got to be closer to stop that next pass from happening.
1st and 10 this time. Right at the 50. Handed off to Labum. Sheds the first block, but doesn't go anywhere after the second, and it's a loss of a yard. Drew Williams, once again, he is there when you need him.
Such a defensive standout, Drew Williams is.
Second and 11. Clock still ticking, 6:30 here. Simple enough, the Chiefs need to make a stop and they need a touchdown. A field goal won't do it. But the Danes are trying to take as much time off the clock as they can. They run it once again, and it's a great run. Not enough for the first, but it's about a 9-yard run, and it's a 3rd and short.
All eyes have been on Noah Laban tonight, but Logan Haas has had a couple great runs right behind him for the Denmark Danes.
Yeah, when needed, when Haas has been stuck at running back and they throw Labum out at receiver, he has delivered, as we saw right there. Another great run from him.
Sequoyah needs to stop right here.
Yeah, it's another big 3rd down. 3rd and short, 5:30 on the clock. Labum in motion. They hand it off to Haas instead, and that might not be it.
I don't know if he got it.
They're going to give it to him. They met him at the line of scrimmage.
And removing the chains.
But the chains will be moved, and it's 1st and 10 as the clock keeps going. 5:20 here. The Danes marching in towards field goal range for them. A field goal would still put them up 7. A touchdown would more than likely put this game to bed. So the defense needs a stop right here. 1st and 10, clock still ticking. They're taking a lot of time off of this drive. 20 seconds on the play clock. Sequoyah still do have 3 timeouts, though, have yet to use 1. Jones, hands off. Haas can't get much yardage. We'll still go for about 4, so 2nd and 6. And the Danes can knock this clock down into the final 3 minutes.
Sequoyah really needs to stop right here if they have a chance.
Second and 6. You'd expect the crowd to be much louder than it really is right now. A big 2nd down. Labum in motion. Hands off to Haas. He gets a little bit of yardage. Not enough for a first, but it's going to set up another 3rd down. No timeout called yet from Sequoyah. They'll try to make the 3rd down stop. It's a 3rd and 3. Haas has averaged about 4 yards on this drive so far, sometimes a little more. Third down, a much needed stop here. Clock is ticking down, 3 minutes left. 3 receivers. Handed off to Haas. Does he get it? As another Chief goes down.
So many injuries tonight, so many injury timeouts.
as they'll mark it a first down. And just like that, it's another 1st and 10 for the Danes at the 30. This is probably one of the last opportunities here. .258 on the clock here. They need a big stop. They got a little bit of a breather with this injury timeout. Sensei being helped off the field, which is not a great sign because he has had an outstanding game tonight. The junior running back and linebacker. Both teams will take the field back after the injury. It's a 1st and 10. It's crunch time now. 1 or 2 more first downs, and that might just be it for the Chiefs. Denmark hands off to Hast once again, and he gets 5 more yards.
This running game for Denmark, I mean, it's what we said at the beginning of the game, that is going to be something that Sequoyah is going to have trouble with because of how strong their running game and their offense is. And it's pretty evident during this last couple minutes of this drive that their run game is what's beating the Sequoyah defense.
Teeter will use his first timeout of 3. Both teams now down to 2. And now this is when you see, if a first down, this is end of the ball game here. The Chiefs got to get a stop. Denmark probably just going to try to run this ball out, make Sequoyah use their timeouts. Both teams being called back out after the timeout. It's a big second down. Denmark with 17 seconds on the play clock. They run it once again. Pass is fumble. The Chiefs have the ball. And a chance is rebirth.
Fumble recovery by Carson Berry.
Logan Haas fumbles. Denmark got too comfortable.
And that was the play that Sequoyah needed. Hyped up the crowd, hyped up the field, hyped up the bench. Exactly what they needed.
And with 2:21, when all hope had seemed lost, the offense takes the field once again. Colby Martin with a 2-minute drive in the opening game of the 2025 season. Rolls to his left, avoids a defender. He's got space, trying to throw. Jukes another defender. He's being held. Finally goes down towards the line of scrimmage. Sets up 2nd and 10. Chiefs won't use a timeout.
I mean, rush but no rush. Got 2 minutes. But this Sequoyah offense can work well under pressure.
Martin throwing, trying to find a route. Instead, he's got to throw it out of bounds. And now it's 3rd and 9. Clock is stopped. They get a little bit of time to talk about this play. over in around the region, Lassiter has extended their lead to 28-6 over Midtown at halftime. Cambridge is up 45-0 against Pope in third. Sprayberry has ended. They're won 48-6. Calhoun also beat Creekview 28-3. And we'll get the other two scores after this big third down. A huge play. Martin has to throw. He finds Brooks, and it's all
so close.
Ball just comes out as he hits the floor, and it's fourth down, and you got to go for it now.
Yeah, you do.
Woodstock and Etowah are tied at 24 as they go into the fourth. And then River Ridge took the lead back over Cherokee, 20-17, going into the fourth quarter as well. Here at Skip Pope, though, 17-21, 136. The Chiefs have to get a touchdown. It is a big fourth down. They need this. 4th and 9. The opening game on the line. As they'll call a timeout. On Denmark. The Denmark band is getting loud over there. Chiefs still have 2 timeouts left, but it won't mean much here if they cannot get the first. The crowd is on their feet here. A massive play. 4th and 9. Rajecki, screen pass. Trick play!
Oh my God, please.
Jack Ripley! First down, Chiefs! What a play call. So risky from Coach Jack Mine, but it works.
Honestly, it felt like a little bit of deja vu, but last year that was with Paul Presblick instead, and we scored a touchdown and won the game because of it. So let's see if the Chiefs can keep that same momentum for this next 1 minute and 27 seconds to score a final touchdown and hopefully win this game.
Will Rajecki, 1 pass attempt, 1 pass completion. Martin rolling out of the pocket. Throwing deep to Ripley, but it's too much.
A little overthrown right there. But honestly, a good look still.
There was a chance on that ball, but it stops the clock once again. And now 2nd and 10, they got a little bit more time to think about a play. They still keep their 2 timeouts. And wow, what a trick play from the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm still flabbergasted by that.
4th and 10 with the game on the line.
But that's also the incomplete pass that just happened a second ago. That's what I love about throwing plays is that if it's overthrown or if it's not thrown, the clock still stops. You have a second to chill for a second, figure out what you're going to run.
Martin has 3 receivers. Hands off to Rajecki as he pummels down some Danes as he'll get a gain of 3. As another timeout is called here. This time on Sequoyah. So Sequoyah will be left with 1 timeout in the final minute of this game. And now they're back in the same position as earlier. 3rd and 8. They need another big play. They've used their first trick play. We'll see what they bring out for this one. 4-point ball game. The Chiefs looked dead. It looked to be over. Stadium was heading home. And then Will Rajecki finds Jack Ripley for a trick play, 40-yard gain. And just like that, the Chiefs are in striking distance here. Both teams heading back out onto the field. Ball lined up on the hash closest to us. Another big third down. And finally, the ref says something about the Denmark band, which has been playing a lot during the Sequoyah drive.
Which is, in fact, not allowed. Which is by, shout out to the Sequoyah band, who does like to stop whenever the play is happening.
Martin has to throw. A lot of pressure. Stays up on his feet. Throws a defender down and gets out of bounds.
Stops the clock, and it's 4th down, but we can't go for a kick here because then we're down. Then we're down a point.
And the Chiefs are in a similar position once again. 4th and 6. Fourth and 6. Another 4th down. Rajecki in motion. Great block on his blind side. Martin throws it. One-handed grab. Brooks Starling. What a catch.
What a game Brooks Starling is having right now.
And when he asks, he delivers. Brooks Starling, 4th down, once again, one-handed grab. And it's another 1st down. 1st and 10, 1:07 on the clock. Hand off to Rajecki. Stays up, can't get out of bounds. Gets dragged down after about a gain of 2. The student section is finally making some noise here. Chiefs will take a timeout. The fans are lining up the fence right now. This is the type of atmosphere you want, especially entering the final minute of a 4th quarter game.
Part of me is glad that the players can't hear me when I say this, but a lot rides on this game, as we said earlier. Home win streak. Obviously, being undefeated against Denmark in our 1-0 series against them. Honestly, our seniors' pride of not losing a home game in so long. I think that this is very important for the Chiefs to win this and start out the season strong.
2nd and 9, we'll say. The offense takes the field. No timeouts. They have a minute. They need a touchdown. Jack Ripley answered on the first call. Brooks Starling answered on the second one. Martin rolling out of the pocket. Pressure, escapes. Martin has space. Touchdown, Sequoyah. Kobe Martin leads the Chiefs.
Kobe Martin put somebody on the floor.
And the Chiefs take the lead back after being down since halftime, 23-21.
Anything can happen in 52 seconds, so this defense better lock in.
What a drive from the Chiefs. That might be one of the greatest drives I have ever seen. You had a trick play on a 4th down. You had a one-handed grab on another 4th down. And then Kobe Martin breaking 4 tackles and walking into the end zone to take the lead back after trailing since halftime. As Leif Hansen makes it a 3-point ball game
Now, one thing that Sequoyah needs to watch out for is to not let them get into field goal range or, deep field goal range because of their 3-star kicker, 5-star punter. He has a leg, and we cannot let our defense cannot let that be the reason that this game goes in overtime.
Yeah, this ball's got to be sent into the end zone. Take the touchback, start at the 20, and you got 52 seconds for this defense to make a statement in the opening game of the season. Ref waiting to lay hands in the ball. Refs are set. Here we go. Hanson perfect on extra points and field goals today. 4 for 4 combined. Denmark with 2 receivers out on the back, as this one is booted, and that is not returnable. And that's exactly what you want. They will start at the 20, and Denmark has 1 minute to make some magic happen.
Can't wait to see if it's going to be Denmark's offense magic or if it's going to be Sequoiah's defense magic coming back, making sure that nothing happens because we cannot lose this lead right now.
The defense has yet to give up a score since the beginning of the second half. 3 punts in a row, a fumble. The Chiefs answered the call. Colby Martin got his touchdown, but with 52 seconds, it's a 3-point ball game. Denmark have to get at least to the 40-yard line. They have to throw here, rolling out of the pocket, a lot of pressure, and it's dropped. Noah Latham can't hold on to it. And it brings up second down.
And the clock never went.
That was 4 or 5 seconds there.
Pause. Okay,
yeah,
the refs.
Here
good,
come the refs.
Good. Can't lose.
Valuable time.
Valuable time. Close up on the ref, seeing what the time is going to be.
Again, another well-needed rest for both sides of the ball here as the ref tried to fix the clock time. And we're going to take another extended break here, as the players once again getting the fans hyped up, trying to get some support and some noise back into this stadium. Refs having a long discussion here, just trying to fix the time on the clock. Still waiting here. 44, there we go. They'll take
Let's go,
8
refs.
seconds off. That did not feel like an 8-second play.
I would say it was about 8 seconds. I believe 8 seconds or longer.
Well, we move. Throwing side, incomplete.
Good defense right there by number 20.
Jedediah Marshall with a lot of pressure on Michael Palmari. And the clock didn't go once again.
Oh, no.
So we're going to have the same conversation that we just had.
Fans are partially upset about the non-clock running.
Here they go, 3rd and 10, airing the ball out. Brooks Starling knocks that ball away.
And the clock did not run again, so we will see what the refs are going to do about that this time.
I think they might just be timing it on their own now, because it should have been 36 in the last one. 31 seconds now. Okay.
Okay.
We'll update you on the time here. Looks like the scoreboard is malfunctioning a little bit. 31 seconds, but it shouldn't matter. 4th and 10. Evan Jones has to air the ball out here. He's got to find a receiver. Clock's at 31 seconds. Denmark has a timeout if they want to take it. Ball's in motion. A lot of pressure. Can't find an option. And it's tipped away. Benji Smith knocks the ball out of bounds. And the Chiefs complete the comeback against the Denmark Danes. And what a start to the 2025 season. Down 21-10 at halftime. A forced fumble. 3 consecutive punts. And then a Will Rejecki touchdown and a Kobe Martin touchdown in one of the greatest drives you might ever see in a high school football game.
This is why it's worth it to stay until the end, Jake. I mean, no one, going into the 4th, people were concerned. People were leaving the stadium. But those who stayed know the real truth that Sequoyah always comes out on top because Chiefs on top.
23 seconds left. Denmark have 1 timeout. It won't mean anything. Kobe Martin steps up behind his center, and he takes his knee as Sequoyah start the season strong, 1-0. In what might be one of the best Sequoyah football games we have seen in a very, very long time. Your final score, 24-21. Sequoiah's come out on top.
What a game, what a game.
And that, yeah, as we say, this might be one of the best games I've ever watched. As a commentator and a fan,
yeah,
that was incredible. Colby Martin, on the final drive of the game, has a fake has a pitch back, and Rejecki, 30 yards to Ripley. You get into another sticky situation. It's a 4th down, and you go one-handed to Brooks Starling. I mean, that's ridiculous. And then you run into the end zone, and you take the win home in the opening game of the season. It was getting close there. I was a little bit scared. I'm not gonna lie. It was definitely more of like, oh well, this game is coming closer to an end. And then the fumble hit, and it's like we're right back in.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, Colby's going to college for baseball at Georgia Tech, and he could have probably gone somewhere for football too, as you can tell by that athletic performance right there. What a great way to end the first game of the season for the Chiefs.
Yeah, that might be one of the best games we will see in a long time. Next week, the Chiefs are at Cherokee, so I don't know if we'll be streaming this game live on Chiefs TV, but if we are, make sure you tune in. You can go for previews of the game at Jira Media on the morning news. Tune into Chiefs 360 live at 9 o'clock every day for some sports update as well as other Sequoyah news. But for now, I'm Jake Jira.
And I'm Sloane McGee.
Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time.